Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today, I was gonna do a normal video, but all day, I have been lambasted with stupid tweets from a couple of these fanatical Alita supporting accounts. Now, let me just first off say, Alita is a great film. I freaking love Alita Battle Angel. If you've been with this channel for a long time, you know how much of a supporter of Alita I am. I literally have an Alita over my head and over my shoulder for every single video. When I finally had a partnership with Displate, one of the first posters that I bought with my own money was Alita Battle Angel because it's badass. Not just that, but of course also Mr. John Wick himself, because I think Alita and John Wick are both of the most badass characters that we've gotten in the last several years. But this is something that started months ago, right? This is something that happened a long time ago, and I thought it was all to rest. And basically it started because there are some people on Twitter that believe that they own the hashtag Alita Army. They claim to have invented it out of thin air, that it is literally their creation, their baby, and that no one can use their hashtag for anything because I invented it. It's mine, and you can't do anything. And I'm gonna gatekeep on this because you can't do anything. You can't use it. No, you can't. Here's the fact and the reality. If anyone is going to claim that they are the first person to ever put the name Alita and Army together, that somehow you are the first person to create this hashtag, I'm sorry, but honestly, I just don't believe you at this point. Now, if you're going to argue that you're the person that tried to turn it into its own account and build a community around it, okay, I can at least give you that much. But the fanaticism around this hashtag is truly amazing. These are people that, in my mind, aren't right in the head. Now, let me just first off and say that I love Alita, and I think we should all support Alita in whatever way we wish. I think that if you want to support Alita and you want to do it positively and you just want to focus on the movie, go right ahead and do so. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm not saying that my way is the only way, but these asshats on Twitter are telling me that my way is not the right way and that I'm not allowed to do this because I can't use their hashtag because it's their hashtag and we want it being used the way that we want it to be used, and if you just don't do that, then you're just mean, and why are you being so mean to me? In reality, Alita is a great film, deserves our love and support. I've been very supportive of it. I've given away countless copies of Alita Battle Angel, not only from my own giveaways, but also have had other people send me Alita copies to give away as well. I've got so many Alita figures around. I got one that my Valkyries just sent me earlier today that's in the other room. I've got this bad boy right here, which was sent to me not too long ago. I can't remember if this was Bruce or Mitch that sent it to me, but this Mini Epics Weta Workshop. One person said, well, I have all three, and that means I'm better than you, essentially was the mindset. It was like, no. It just means that you are a huge fan, but also in the process, they've talked about how they saw the movie like 200 times in theaters or something like that. And even the movies that I love the most, I would not go see a movie that much. That to me screams more, there is something wrong with you than you are just a mega fan. Being a mega fan is one thing. Having all the different toys and having all the different action figures and different cuts of the film and books and memorabilia, that is a part of fandom. And even seeing a movie multiple times in theaters is a part of fandom. But if you're going to go ahead and try to tell people, oh, you're just not, what have you done for Alita? Like literally, just now, they told me, objectively, scientifically, and I'm not going to give the person's name because that would give them way too much credit, but I'm definitely going to tag them on Twitter when I post this video. Objectively, scientifically spoken, how have your actions supported the movie? If you follow this channel, you know exactly how we have supported the film. We have pushed so many people to Alita. There have been many people that have never even heard of Alita, saw it and bought it and rented it and got it because of our recommendations, not just mine, but others on the channel who also loved it as well. And guess what? We have expanded Alita. And what was a major part of that expansion? Oh, wait, that's right. Comparing it to a crap movie like this right here. Now, for all of the asshats on Twitter, they're going to say, oh, well, why do you have it? Well, if you hate the movie so much, why do you have it? Because one of my subscribers, Bruce, thought it would be hilarious if I had a copy of the movie so that every time I talk about it, I could just throw it over my shoulder because this movie sucks. This movie is terrible. This is one of the worst Marvel films that's ever been made. And that's not just my opinion. That is also just objectively true. The story is not good. The acting, especially from Brie Larson, is not very good. These are, again, our objective qualities that we can point to and look to. This, on the other hand, is an amazing movie. Oh, wait a minute. This is an Alita Steelbook. Wait a minute. These went pretty quickly, but I got one. But I'm not a fan, right? I'm just a fake guy. I'm just someone that just tried to make money off of Alita. I don't really care about Alita. All I wanted to do was I wanted to go on Twitter and take over a hashtag, because that's what I wanted to do with my life, was take over a hashtag away from the Alita Army community. Again, if you support Alita, great. I'm right there with you. I will support Alita until I'm blue in the face, because this movie is freaking awesome. I wish more people could own this steelbook because I think it's freaking gorgeous. But it went so quickly that most people just don't have access to it. And in fact, most people are selling it on Blu-ray on eBay now for crap tons of money. If you want this movie, it's very easy to find it. Even the steelbook of this movie is even still available. But for some reason, these people on Twitter think that I can't say, you see this? This is a good movie and this is a bad movie. And guess what? I'm going to compare the two as well. And wait a minute, you see Alita? Oh, just beat up Captain Marvel. Oh, I can't do that according to them. I can't have any negative reaction. I can't put any negativity even close to, oh, no. Alita is so precious. Alita is so precious, and Alita is so soft. She can't have any negativity around her. It's like they've taken this movie and turned it into an actual person and are trying to treat it as if I'm going after a child, as if I'm going after an actual person, when in reality, all I'm doing is supporting a film by saying this movie is great and this movie is terrible. And guess what? These are two movies you can compare. You want to know why? Because both these movies came out around the same time, okay? Both these movies came out around the same time. They both have female protagonists, okay? So they're pretty similar so far. The difference is that this film does a great job at telling a great story regardless of the gender of the person, and this one just focuses on the fact that, oh, look, it's a strong woman. Look, she's so strong. She's so amazing now, right, everybody? See how big of a problem that is? See how you can compare the two? Also, this movie was protected by the media. This movie was given so much positive press, even when audiences were pretty mixed on this. And you can try and point to the cinema score, which can't even back up its own score by actually providing data. They just say, oh, trust us, we did the research, and this is what people said. We won't show you how many people voted or how many people left grades or where, what cities we went to get the information from. We won't tell you that, but we're trusted, right? And yet for some reason people still trust them. But I can easily know, based on people that I've talked to and people that I've, have conversations about with this movie, that a lot of people didn't like this movie. Even people that thought, hey, I didn't hate it, said this was one of the worst Marvel films. At the very least, they were able to say that much about it. And yet the media did everything they could to protect and prop up this movie. That's why this movie made $1 billion, because it was sandwiched right before Endgame. So it had already had that Endgame buzz. They were telling everyone and their mother, oh, this is so important to Endgame, and she's going to be the new head of the MCU, and she's so great, that people thought, oh, I have to go see this now. And then they had a gigantic marketing campaign. They had a giant marketing push. And guess what? The film was very successful. They again were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And if you hate this movie, then you're a sexist. But then with this movie, they attacked it. They criticized it. They try and say, oh, this movie's not good, and no, don't bother seeing it. It's a waste of time. And, she has a relationship. Oh, that's not a strong female character, because strong female characters in 2019 can't have relationships. They can't have, she likes a guy. Oh, we can't have that anymore. They were going after this film for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. So much was the burial of this film that the film couldn't even make its budget back in the actual theaters themselves. And when people say, why do you compare the two? I don't know how you cannot see it. I don't know how you cannot see a comparison. Now, if you want to talk about your love for this film without ever mentioning Captain Marvel, go right ahead. You have every right to do just that. You have every right to support the film how you see fit. But you going after people for using a hashtag that you do not own because it's a freaking hashtag on Twitter, and criticizing them and trying to test their fandom by saying, oh, objectively, scientifically spoken, how have your actions supported the movie? How have you improved their sales? Have you bought their Blu-rays instead of all the people who were put off by your video? I bought 5 just to compensate. Oh, wait, and then corrects himself. 7 copies. All that tells me, dude, is that there's something wrong with you. Like, there might be actually something wrong with you. That's not just fandom. That's pure obsession on the part of almost being stalker in a lot of ways, which is really, really creepy. But also, too, that doesn't prove anything. Just because you saw a movie once or twice does not mean that you are a bigger fan of that movie. Does not mean that you like that movie more. If you see a movie 100 times versus someone that sees it 20 times, I'm not going to say, oh, the person that saw it 100 times, objectively speaking, is a bigger fan, and I'm going to listen to their opinion more often. That's not how it works. Every person is different. Some people will be drawn to your positive conclusions. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being positive about Alita. Go right ahead and be positive. Seriously. If that's what you think is most effective, go right ahead. I am not going to tell you to do differently. But don't go around and try and say that I can't say, oh, you see these two movies here, this one sucks, this one's amazing, and I can't do that because I'm pushing people away. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people that like Alita don't like Captain Marvel. Not all, but a lot of people. A lot of people on my channel, I would say probably hundreds of people who watch my streams, had never heard of Alita before and saw it because of my recommendation. And a lot of them were influenced by the fact that I said, think of this movie, think about the crap in this film, and think about how that doesn't happen here. About how you have a strong character, not a strong female character, but a strong character at that. And then let me show you how the articles went after the film, saying it over-sexualized the female body in Alita, how it was, how it didn't live up to modern-day feminism, and how it wasn't feminist enough. And those were the things that were being said about this film. But we forget that. We forget that. All the while, they're propping up this piece of garbage right here. So no, you can be positive, and guess what? I can be negative. I am the critic who is a cynic. I'm going to be cynical about these things. But don't you for a second, and I'm not saying Alita Army here, I'm saying Alita Army Fanatics, the ones that claim to own the hashtag, that we created it and you can't use it for anything, and we're going to gatekeep this, and if you don't use it, we're going to be mean, we're going to put things on Twitter. Good for you. All you are doing is creating more drama that you didn't want in the first place. All you're doing is pissing off people like me, who are some of Alita's biggest supporters. And all you are doing is creating such drama that people are going to look at it from the outside and say, why are these people fighting? Why are these people going after each other? Why are these people being critical? It's just a movie. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it is just a movie. Now, trust me, movies can mean a lot to different people. Again, Star Wars is obviously more than just a movie to a lot of people. Alita is more than just a movie to a lot of people. And hey, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of important things in this film. But for you to go completely psycho on someone just for having a different opinion than you, for you to try and gatekeep a damn hashtag that you don't own because you don't own freaking hashtags, you act as if you were like, hey, guess what, everybody? I'm going to say the term Alita Army because no one's ever used it before. I guarantee you if someone were to look at when Alita was coming out before and after, that some people have used that phrasing before. You may have been the one to try and bring it into a community, and hey, that's on you. Good job. But you don't own it. You do not own it. You do not get to tell people how to be fans. You do not get to tell people how to support a film. And if I want to say this film is fantastic and I love it, and at the same time say, hey, remember this piece of garbage? Guess what? I can do just that. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to a difference of opinion. And at the end of the day, you're wrong. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this video. I know, a very, very salty video, but man, my Twitter is being blown up today, and it's been insane. And these truly insane people, and these are some of the same people that I was talking to months ago, and we left on good terms. We all agreed saying, we're going to support Alita the way that we want to support it. And then one of these asshats tags me and criticizes me because some idiot with a blog, not even a legitimate news site, but with a freaking blog, decided to write an article mentioning toxic elements of the Alita fandom. And so he thought it was his responsibility to say, oh no, that was just these people, and let me tag them too so that way they see it, because they were taking over and they were doing, it's so freaking ridiculous, man. It's just, I can't. Oh man, and this is just so ridiculous. So anyway, if you want to have an experience of what's going on Twitter, go ahead and just follow me on Twitter, and you'll see it for yourself. And I'll make sure to put this in the discussion that we're having right now, because these people are just insane. These people are just not quite right in the head, and these people need to shut the hell up. And again, you're gonna say, aren't you gatekeeping by saying that? No, because they can continue to support Alita in the positive way that they want to, but do not tell other people how to support their movie. Because guess what? You don't own the movie. I don't own the movie. We don't even own the movie. We're simply fans. You be your fan. I'll be my fan. But don't you go ahead and tag me in freaking tweets saying, oh, yeah, remember how you don't own the hashtag and how we're still on this, even though months ago we said that we were over this? Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section below. If you like this video, smash the like button. You guys are freaking amazing. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Going to see Joker tonight at 7 p.m., so can't wait to share my thoughts about that. I'm going to try and get a review. I'm going to do my typical vlog style video. I'm going to go, give my pre-thoughts before going to the theater. If there's anything interesting, film that, and then on my way back, film a review and try and get that up on the channel sometime tonight when I get back. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to give my instant thoughts on Twitter. So make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want my instant reaction to the film. And make sure you're subscribed and make sure you hit the bell notification if you want to get notified whenever videos go live. You guys are freaking amazing. I love you. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless.